confused because I have a big iPad, a mini iPad, and my phone. And so I never know where to look. But I thought I'd get on here. It's been a while since I've said hi to everybody. And honestly, like, I have nothing going on. Like, I'm not cooking, I'm not cleaning, I am basically doing nothing. I'm a little exhausted. It's only Thursday, and I've just been had like the craziest week, like really, really struggling. Here, let me put this up a little bit so you guys can see my head. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I honestly have nothing going on, so I thought I'd get on here and just say hi to you guys. I mean, because I could be cooking and cleaning, but I'm just so tired. The weather has been so crazy. It's been up and down, 50s and then 30s and 40s, but I'm just making myself a cup of tea. And I thought while I was getting my tea, I'd chat with you guys, and then I could go sit at my new table, show you guys my new table. It's so beautiful. And then we can just visit. Hello, hello, hello. I know it's been forever for sure. Let me adjust you guys a little bit. So I'm just whipping up my tea. I put turmeric in it. Did I do it here? I put lemon in it, and then I do my ginger. And so I usually I've been doing an echinacea tea just because everybody's getting sick, you know? And then this sweet energy, me and my son, Robert, are absolutely addicted to it. Do you see that? There we go. So I just stick all that in my tea, and I do have my collagen. I think I might put I do a cinnamon stick, and I also do my cloves. So I put a ton of stuff into my tea. Thank you so much, that's so sweet. So yeah, I'm so tired, you guys. I mean, it really has been a very emotional week. We've had a lot happen at the house and just with different things, and it's only Thursday. Like, I've literally had a headache for 4 days straight. It just ain't going away. My husband and Noah and Haley are over at the barn just checking on our chickens. And then Izzy just went to work. What did I do with my knife? Gideon and Robert decided that they're gonna run a marathon. And so they've been training, and my son Gideon, he's more of like the stocky type. He's not so much like, I mean, like, he's athletic, but he's not so much like a running person. You know how people who run, they have like a certain frame, you know, they just, you look at them and you're like, yeah, they run. And they just can run forever. Well, my son Gideon, he doesn't necessarily have that look to him. He's kind of like, you know, he's not like where my son Robert can just run all day long. But Gideon cannot. I'm just making my tea really fast. And then I thought we'd go sit down in the sunshine in my sunroom. It's so nice. But yeah, I mean, it's just been a very trying week already. And I think on, like, this weekend we were really hard at work trying to clean up the chicken barn and shovel out manure. I don't know if you call it manure. I don't know what you call chicken poop. And we were just me, David, Haley, Joshua, Noah, my husband. I mean, oh, you should see it. It took us all day, and the barn looks so beautiful though. And I'm just exhausted. Like, I can't seem to I still feel so tired because we just did so much maintenance and stuff on our barn just to make it all nice, and it's a lot of work when you have a farm. It's not easy, and I don't know if people realize that. And then just with everything that's been happening with the chickens, the bird flu and egg prices, me and my daughter Haley have been literally stressed for the last 3-4 months. I mean, literally stressed about everything because we just don't want to charge people big money for eggs, but yet if your prices are too low, you can't keep them on the shelf. So it's been very, very hard just keeping up with everything. What did I say? Did I not say I'm coordinated? I don't know what I said. Am I already in trouble? Holy cow, I ain't even been on here, what, 5 minutes? Yeah, I'm not making fun of runners. I love to run. But you can just tell by people who are professional runners, they just have that build to them. They just have that stride. You can just tell. I actually have family members of mine that are, that they're marathon runners, and they're so sleek. You know, it's different than like a bodybuilder. Like our family's really like weightlifters. And so we're just built different, you know? I remember when we were weightlifting and we did the Olympic weightlifting for years. We competed. And actually, I broke some records. My son Gideon broke some records. And I remember asking our coach, like, hey, I really want to start running. And he told me that I had to be careful running because your body, like you still have to be strong, right? You still have to have like, make sure you're strong and doing some different weights. But muscle, like bodybuilding weights, muscles are different than running muscles because like running muscles are more long and slender, where bodybuilding are more like, they're like big and bulky. And so he told me if I was going to run, I had to be very careful because it would mess up the muscles that I was building for my weightlifting. Because when you do the Olympic weightlifting, not only do you have to be strong, but you have to like have technique. And so basically when you learn something, anything you learn, once you've learned it, you don't have to really think about it because your body just automatically does it. So like when you're doing a snatch or a clean and jerk, your body automatically just knows what to do. And I think that's with running too, is you're building this muscle memory where your body's so used to something. And I used to run like years ago and I really loved it. Like it was very stress relieving for me. And I got to where I was running 8 miles a day and my husband would grab a bike and he would literally ride his bike next to me. And I remember just, I could talk to my husband because I got to, you know, I like trained my breathing. Like I really trained and really worked hard so I could just run long distances and talk. So I would just talk to him. But what I did realize is, so my son Robert runs all the time and Gideon is not so much a runner, but he's said he's gonna try and get 10 miles today. But what I did notice when you run is when you're done, your legs don't stop. Like I remember running and I'm just like, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. And my legs weren't stopping. I'm like, my brain's not working with my body because my body was just going. And mentally my brain's like, yeah, done. Whew, I'm done. But my body wouldn't stop. It was so weird. Like I think that's maybe one of the first times when I actually ran like my 8 miles and I loved it. But your brain just wants to stop and your body cannot, you know, your body just doesn't stop. It's just like, what? Is my brain talking to me? Oh my goodness. Okay, we gotta stop. And so it's just, so anyway, what I was getting to with this whole story was, I'm anxious to see how Gideon does because he's built very differently. He's more of my Olympic weightlifter, my bodybuilder type. He's basketball, you know, he's soccer and football. He's not like running long distances. He didn't do track. He just wasn't that type of kid, you know? So I'm anxious to see how he's doing. Okay, I gotta show you guys my tea. So see if you can see my tea. Hello, hello. Okay, can you see that? Here, I'm gonna tip you guys over just for a second. Okay, so here's my tea. I have my 2 tea bags in it, and I have my lemon, my ginger, my turmeric, my cloves, and my cinnamon stick. So this is what I drink every day, and I actually sometimes will drink it at night. Good morning. Hello, everybody. I'm trying to get you good. And so I have to share something with you. So I've really been, like, I know you guys haven't seen a lot of grocery hauls from us because we really aren't eating like we used to. And I mean, I'm still doing some, you know, like cookies and stuff for my kids, but I'm really trying hard to like, I know I've mentioned this before, I'm really trying hard to like use what we have before we go again. We have had to do some like inter-week shopping just because like me and my husband would run out of like a fruit that we wanted to eat. But for the most part, we're doing really good. Even going out, like we went out to lunch a couple times this week just because we had things we had to do in town. Me and my husband went on a date, we had dinner, then went to see The Last Supper. Holy cow, if you have not seen The Last Supper, you have got to go see it. It is so, so good. Hello, everybody, hello. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know if I posted the short here on YouTube, but I did post it on my other platforms. So if you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. It's like really good. So what it is about the Last Supper. It's about, you know, Jesus being crucified and then, you know, his disciples. And it starts by like him feeding the 5,000, 4,000, 5,000 when he was like preaching. And so what's interesting about it is it's actually from Peter's view because like Peter wasn't at the resurrection, but John was. And so he came back and John filled him in on what happened. So it goes through when Peter denies him. But you only do YouTube by choice. Well, I have to be honest with you. I'm kind of leaning that way. Like, I know we have a big following on TikTok and we have a nice following on Facebook. And I really do love Facebook just because I think it's because it's more like mature people, like more of your adults are on there and they can actually have a conversation to where, like on TikTok, um, it's like more kids and they attack you and they say horrible things. And then you go to look at the picture and you're like, oh my goodness, this is like a 10-year-old that's destroying me. So I really do struggle on TikTok. But I was actually just telling my daughter that um, I do like YouTube and I'm kind of over like all of it. Like I'm really just, it used to be a priority to me and it really isn't so much. And I'm just seeing like, I really feel like TikTok's very toxic. They want the drama, they want the exploiting of younger kids. Like it really is. Even family vloggers that I have followed forever, they're just like all changing. Like they're trying so hard to get like that viral video. They're trying so hard to like push their page. And I'm thinking, holy cow, like I know that person. Like, what in the world? I mean, it's just so weird. And like, our page really hasn't been growing. And it's because, I don't overshare our adoption stories anymore. I learned my lesson a long time ago. If my kids want to be on, they can be on. My husband's really enjoying adding, though. We're actually putting a video together right now. All those questions that you guys had asked, you had put in the comment section. We're kind of going through them because he wants to answer them. And now that he's not working right now, so he has the time. And he wants to start cooking more with me. So if you guys didn't see that cooking video of us two together, I was very stressed. I was really stressed because, the Last Supper is so good. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you anything because I don't want to spoil the Last Supper for you. But I was very stressed watching my husband cook because he is different than me. I am very like, I get everything out. I'm organized because I feel like it makes it easier to put together and do, like when I'm doing the video, it makes it easier to explain. And he's just like all over the place. He's like, where's this? Where's this? And so he's like, after we got done with it, I'm like, it was really hard to like video because you're so fast. And he's like, okay, I got it. I'll do way better the next time. I'll be more organized. And because I had everything organized for him, he's like, what in the world is this? I go, what do you mean? He goes, why is everything all cut up and ready to go? They might want to see me cut it up. Like, Heather, reality is you cut things up. That's like reality. They want to see that stuff. And I'm like, well, I was just thinking of time-wise because he had to be at the barn because we have a new baby horse and she was struggling with her eyes. And then we have our other baby horse here. So he's been at the barn a lot. So I thought, well, I'd help him out, get everything ready to go. And he's like, don't do that. I'm like, okay, I won't do it next time. So I just tried to just kind of stay back and I listened. And then my son Robert came up and then they were chatty. And I'm like, you guys are basically having a conversation, trying to cook. And then I have to like edit things out because people don't want to hear about what's going on. We're talking about like their jobs coming up and just different things like that. It's like boring boy stuff. And so, yeah, the movie is so good. And I have to tell you, you know what? I'm going to wait for people to see it because there are three parts that really, I'm just going to tell you the three parts I love the most. It's not going to give it away. So the three parts that really got me in the Last Supper, one was when they all sit down together for the Passover and the grandpa brings all his family together and it's his family and his grandkids. And I like kind of got teary-eyed because I'm like, one day that's going to be me. I'm going to be sitting at the table with my kids and my grandkids. Hello. Then the second one that really struck me was when they were all together at the Lord's Supper and they were just talking casually and and Jesus was laughing. And I thought, you know what? Because I think when you read the Bible, like I know Jesus loved people. He's very compassionate and he, preached to people. He wanted people saved. He helped his disciples grow so they would understand once he left. But it shows them just laughing and making jokes. And Jesus was laughing. And I thought, Jesus, he loved life too. And so I guess when I read the Bible, I don't always think that he was just like us to where he probably had funny moments too and did laugh. And so he's just sitting there laughing at his disciples. And I was like, oh, I love that so much. And then the last part that really I loved is, of course, when Jesus came back and they were so excited to see him. And that made me, but I didn't give it away. There's like so much more that you're going to see. But it was really a sweet show. And it was nice to go with my husband. And hello, Sandy. It was nice. No, I didn't spoil it. I just want to tell you the things that really There's so much more though, Michelle. Like I didn't give it away. Like there's so much more to it. There's even more of an ending. So I didn't give it away, but I just want to tell you the sweet moments that I really loved. And you'll have to let me know when you watch it. I'll get back on live and then let me know what the sweet moment stuck out. Because I think, right, everybody's going to have a different like moment where it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to be different for everybody. Hello, everybody. Have you ever considered publishing a cookbook? Hold on a second. I have published a cookbook. Yes, it shows the humanity of Jesus. Yes, yes. I have published a cookbook. You can actually get it on Amazon right now, and it's only $21. And it has our family story in it, a little bit about our adoption. It talks about me, how I evolved as a wife, a mother, and a cook. And there's 10 chapters for each one of us in our family. So there's a casserole one, the casserole one, and there's lots of pictures. Let me see. So the casserole one is all me. The next chapter is grilling. It's my husband. And then after that is, and you know, I feel like I've been telling everybody about this book and still, the next one was breakfasts. And that was my husband. Yeah, no, I agree, Michelle. I don't feel like you need to watch all the chopping unless you have like a really good. So the name of the cookbook is Mama Belle's Big Family Cooking. You can get it on Amazon and Books A Million, Book World, and Barnes and Noble. But Amazon, it's only $21. It's hardback, and I just love it. Like every chapter, there's a whole chapter on baking. There's a chapter. Let me see. See, like here, I'll show you. So here's kind of the insert of it to show you like which is. But I am working on 2 books right now, you guys. If you could pray for me. See that? That's my wall over there. So yeah, it's Mama Belle's Big Family Cooking, Amazon, $21. So yeah, I haven't really been pushing the cookbook lately just because I just been exhausted. I mean, we went through a busy 4 or 5 months of just promoting the cookbook. And I just, you know how sometimes you see things over and over and people are like, okay, seen it. That's how I felt with my cookbook. I felt like people are like, yeah, they're tired of seeing that you did a cookbook. And so I really haven't like shared a lot just because I didn't want people to be like, unfollow. Oh, I seen the cookbook, unfollow. I still want the followers and the friends. So yeah, here it is. Isn't that nice? And it really is a nice cookbook. Like those of you, if any of you guys are on here and you've gotten the cookbook, maybe you could just kind of say a little bit about something. You know, I mean, I agree too, like with the prepping, people do prep things differently. So, but it was just, we had so much to prep just because we were doing a stir fry. And so I was just trying to help him. And still the video took forever because he ended up like frying his chicken and then adding the chicken to the crock pot, which was genius idea because we're all doing keto. So, well, not all of us. So me and my husband, honestly, I can just tell you this. I have not cheated, not once. I've been on it for almost 3 months, 2.5 months. My husband had a couple chips. Haley and Madison, they're down. But then Haley started again. So I am the only one that, I did have some cookbook signings. I did. I'm actually working on a couple things. And Mother's Day is coming up in another month. And I'm going to be doing some giveaways. I'm going to do some signed copy giveaways for Mother's Day. So look forward to that. It's still going to be like a month away because Mother's Day is, I think, like the 10th. So I'm thinking like the 3rd week in April, I'm going to do for the 3 weeks before Mother's Day. And I also have like the cutest stickers. And I think I have some Mama Belle towels, like you can put over your shoulder like I do. So I'm going to be doing some giveaways with the cookbook. But yeah, only $21. You know, even though I have several of these, because I bought some just so I could like give them away and share, I want to go buy it because it's only $21. Like I'll be losing money if you know, I'm not gonna make anything if I keep buying my own cookbook, but I want to go buy it because it's so cheap on Amazon. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that like how sales are, right? Even though you don't need it, you see it on sale and you still want to buy it, right? It's very inexpensive. Well, it was $29, which I thought, oh my goodness, that's kind of expensive for a cookbook. But then it right away went on sale. Like it went to $25 on Amazon and now it's like $21. So I love it so much. And so I gotta tell you, if you guys are, I'm actually gonna hold on to this so if anybody else gets on, I can share with them. So I am working on a couple projects right now. I, for those of you who are maybe thinking about writing a book, it's not easy. Like, like I really thought the cookbook was gonna just explode. And I mean, I worked my butt off. I mean, just with pre-sales and going to signings and stuff. And, you know, it's done okay. I wish more people knew about it and I wish more people bought the cookbook, but it's been like really hard. And I was just like mentally exhausted. And I thought, okay, this like, oh, look, I found a bobby pin. I'm gonna bobby pin the back of my hair. I don't know where that came from. I just was like, okay, this is a lot of work. I just don't know if I'm an author. And we've really had so much going on. Like my son Gideon is getting married in 3 weeks. We had a bridal shower for his fiance Emily. We have a bridal shower in just like 3 weeks for Madison. Her birthday's next week. I had a birthday at the end of January, 2 birthdays in February, 1 the beginning of March. We had a little break and now we're back into birthdays. And then my mom's birthday, my niece is graduating, my son's graduating. We're not sure what he's going to do after school. Izzy's going to culinary school. Brennan's going to be getting married. What else is going on? I'm hoping this year I hear that I'm going to be a grandma. I'm not push. Everybody's like, relax and let them enjoy themselves. I just want to let you know I don't say anything. My husband's the one that sends baby memes to my daughter all the time. It's not me. I have been so chill and relaxed. Like seriously, we've had some different situations come up in our family to where normally I would be like a basket case. Like I'm serious, I would be basket case because my husband, his nickname is Cool Hand Luke because he's just so calm. And I am a crazy Heather person. I mean, I really am. And so we've had some situations, just like a little testimony, we've had some situations arise in our family and it really should have upset me a lot. Like I should have like flipped out. But instead, I was just very calm and I was like, okay, well, we're going to have to go to God and let God take care of the situation because I've been really in my Bible a lot, trying to read my Bible a lot. I've been in prayer. I pray like all the time for everybody. Y'all tell me on here you want me to pray for you. I literally write your name in a notebook and pray for you just because I just feel like we all need it. You know, we're really in a crazy, I feel like it's crazy times right now. See, I was born in the 70s. I lived through the relaxed 80s. I feel like the 80s, the late 70s and 80s were so chill. I was telling my kids, I said there wasn't no cell phones. We had a landline, so whenever you talked to somebody, you prayed that your mom would buy the really long cord because you know you couldn't get out of the room and have any privacy. And all we did, I told my daughters, we'd get up, put our bathing suits on, and we'd be outside all day. And my parents would say, come in when the street lights turned on. We were outside all day. We would come in and grab some food. My mom would have cookies or sandwiches knowing we'd come in and go. We were never at home. We were never on the couch. We never watched TV ever. And then I told them the other things we do is we would buy records and we would go to our friend's house and we'd all just kind of lay around on the ground in the bed and we would just listen to music. We would just chill, listen to music, paint our nails, laugh, talk about boys. And we just, I told them for hours, we would listen to music or we'd turn the radio on, hoping we'd hear that song that we love and we'd hit record and play at the same time, right? Because if you want to record it, because cassettes, if you want to record on the cassettes, you had to hit play and record at the same time. And you'd pray. So every song that came up, you'd hit it. And you're like, oh, that wasn't the song. So you'd have to rewind the tape. You know, I remember I was telling the kids, so funny. I don't know how I got into this. I remember the very first day that MTV was on television. I was in Orlando. My Aunt Gloria was ahead of all the McDonald's in I think it was the whole upper half of Florida. She was like the go-to girl of McDonald's. I got McDonald cups, McDonald cookies, like you name it. Anything that come out from McDonald's, my Aunt Gloria gave it to us. I mean, she was in charge of all of it. She was the woman that was the backbone of all the McDonald's from like Orlando. Well, it was Orlando all the way up to the border. So she pretty much was most of Florida. And so we loved going over to her house because she had like nice furniture and she had a nice house and a pool and she had a cool TV, which we didn't have any of that. And so I remember the very first day MTV came out, and I went into her room, and it was like a little side room. I remember she had brown carpet, even the stairs were carpeted, and I sat there watching it. And that guy, remember the guy that the blonde hair, he was like a cartoon, but yet he was like a real person. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I don't even know what his name is. And he talked like this, and he kind of did jokes. Do you guys, does anybody know what I was talking about? And so I remember that, and one of the very first songs that came on. Are my 80s girls in here before I announce the very first song? Do you guys remember this? Did anybody sit and watch MTV the very first day? The Max Headroom, yes. Okay, so listen. One of the very first music videos that came on MTV was Kajagoogoo. Kajagoogoo. Do you guys remember Kajagoogoo? It was my favorite song, and I was in love with the head singer. Do you guys know, do you remember Kajagoogoo? I'm waiting. I know it's delayed, so I have to wait to hear. Okay, anybody know yes. Too shy, hush, hush, I do I. Too shy, hush, hush. Oh my goodness, I could not get enough of that song. I could not get enough of that song. Too shy, hush, hush. And then he was always the never-ending story. Oh, I loved him so much. I still love him too. See, I'm not the only one. Yes. And his hair. And so, oh my goodness, so funny. Reunion with the 80s girls. Woohoo. Fist bump. We didn't do fist bumps. We're like, whatever. And so my favorite group of all times. This is so funny. You guys list your favorite group. Like, what was your favorite group of all times in the 80s? I'm going to say group because there were a lot of single singers, but what was your favorite group? I'm going to give you a second so I can give you mine. Let's see if anybody had the same as me. And I had posters all over my wall. I was in love with them. Let me see. Oh, New Edition. Listen to this. Oh my goodness. So I love New Edition too, but the other group I loved came after. So I lived in Florida. I grew up in Florida, graduated in Florida. So I don't know if they still do this, but if there's anybody that lives in Florida anymore, they used to have a grad night at Disney where Disney would shut down the entire park, and all the seniors in Florida would take a bus, and we would show up at 8 o'clock at night, and it's an all night. And they had concerts in Disney. And then in the morning, Duran, yes! I love Duran so much. Oh, that was my group. So anyway, they would shut down Disney, and then we would ride the rides. There were concerts set up all over the park, and then in the morning you'd leave. Did anybody go to that? The all-night party at Disney, do they still? I love Duran. I love New Edition too. Do they still do the all-nights at Disney? Does anybody know? Duran, yes. So anyway, at this all night, does anybody know? Oh, I'll tell you about the shoes in a second. Blueberry Butterswim biscuits, yes, they do. Oh my goodness. So anyway, when I went, we got to see New Edition at the Magic Kingdom, and then Samantha Fox was there. Who else was it? Samantha Fox, New Edition. This one group that only had a couple singles. And then Tiffany was there. Samantha Fox, Tiffany, New Edition. There were like 5 or 6 groups. And so you just had to walk around. But it was just Disney World. Like, it wasn't Epcot. It was just Disney World, at least when I was in high school. And I still have my little bear that says 1989. I graduated in 1989. That's how old I am. But I've been using my castor oil. I've been doing my keto and using my beef tallow. And I know I don't look that young anymore, but no more grad night. Darn it. Bummer. I wonder why they stopped doing that. It was so fun. And you had to dress up. You couldn't just go like regular stuff. Okay, so Cookbook. You couldn't just go in like jeans and a sweatshirt. The men had to have like khakis and dress shoes and ties and shirts. And we had to dress up either like in a dress, or we could wear like nice slacks with blazers and stuff. And so you had to dress up like it was a big deal. It was a big deal. It wasn't just going and hanging out. Like, you had to look your best. So I'm going to find the picture of that, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I have a picture of me and my friends because you got a free picture too. So, oh my goodness, craziness. So anyway, the cookbook, is it just for big families? So I'll tell you that there are recipes in here. I don't know why I'm looking up. I'm looking at the sunshine because we don't ever get it. It's not, so it's geared toward big families, but there are recipes that you can cut down, but there are also recipes just for regular families, like the cookie recipe. I mean, when you make cookies, who makes just one batch anyway? But there are soups in here, there's breakfast casseroles, so not everything is made for like 20 people. But there's every chapter is dedicated toward somebody in our family, and so it talks about them and how they came into our family and our adoption story, and so I tell a lot of stories in here. So it really is like a storybook, biography / cookbook. Did you guys get it all done? Yeah. Okay. Noah, Haley, my husband are, I think I see Haley coming over too. She's my worker. So anyway, it's easy. It's recipes that are easier. They're not going to be that hard to break down, if that's what I was trying to say. But there are recipes in here that are just regular recipes. The whole thing isn't like, holy cow, I can never make that. But it is easy to break down into half, because I'm not like a fancy cook. I'm like you guys. I use the same seasonings. I do everyday, feel good foods. I don't do anything super fancy or hard to make. So it's just kind of plain and simple to the point, and it's easier to break down. But I want to share something with you guys. Yeah, the chocolate. Oh, Palmer, Alaska. Oh my goodness. So when my husband turned 40, I took him on a trip to Alaska, and we stayed in Palmer, and it was so beautiful. We stayed in one of those, like, they had a ute, and you ate in the ute, but then it had cabins overlooking the water, and we got to do a helicopter tour of glaciers, which was really cool. And then we seen black bears. You could use that sink because I'm on live. Sorry about that. For some reason, the volume behind the dude.
Sorry.
Here, get a towel there so you don't get water. Here, hold on. Here.
There's a towel right
here.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sheesh. Kids. Okay, anyway, so I was going to share something with you guys, and I was also going to tell you something else. Say hello. Whoa.
Hello.
They had a snow day today, and then they start spring break next week, so he only has to go...
Half day tomorrow?
Yeah, a half day tomorrow, and then him and Haley are going to take back our trillions of cans. We literally have cans from, like, Christmas. And it's like, okay, it's time to get our house cleaned up and in order. We were supposed to get a huge snowstorm today, like of over a foot, and it missed us. Thank you, Jesus. It missed us, and it went over east. So my in-laws actually lost power. They got that wet, heavy snow. And normally right now we would be in Florida. But I have been trying to save my money. What are you looking for, child?
A good pen.
A good pen. Oh, it's on the book. You mean, are you doing your imitations?
Yeah.
I set it over there on the book for you.
Is it like looking for a specific pen?
He's looking for a specific pen. Thank you. Yeah, you just cut them back. I mean, it's honestly okay. Hey, can you come in here and talk for a second? I gotta grab something really fast. Here, my son's gonna say hi to you guys really fast. If you guys have any like questions for him, because he's graduating. Okay, here. I just gotta do something really fast.
We're about to play basketball. Me, Rob, and Gid. Hello. We're gonna go shoot some hoops, play some 21. And then I'm gonna do my invitations today. I don't know what degree. I'm planning on getting my CDL, and then maybe go for a Bible degree downstate, yeah. So I'm gonna do my invitations today for my party. And that's about it. Just enjoy the snow day. My favorite place was probably when we went. Where did we go? White River rafting.
Alaska.
Yeah, where in Alaska?
It was over by not Seward. It was almost to Seward. No. Yeah, I think it was by Seward, like heading down to
Whitewater rafting.
Yeah, heading down to Seward area. It was really scary. It was like real whitewater rafting. I prayed the whole time. I actually got out on the half one because here I can get in there. Oh, there's my Haley. Who are you talking to? I'm talking to the world. The world. Yeah, we went down toward the Seward, I think. and it was really scary. I did the first leg, like we went to number 3, but then it was like we did 1 and 2 rafts. Did we do 3? No, I think they did 3 and 4. No, we went up to 3, and then we did 4. So before you go whitewater rafting, they have they train you and teach you some stuff. And so they literally said, if you're gonna go over the edge, don't take anybody with you. Because the more people that go over, the harder it's gonna be to get everybody out. So we're on our first bump, and I had my legs in there. I was ready. I was gonna show my boys, yeah, Mom, and I'm old, but I got this. So we did the first bump, and I look over, and here's my husband. Falls on me, holds on to me, and takes us both out. And then you're supposed to grab the rope right away. And I look at him and I'm like, dude, you just took me out. He just said, don't do that. And the guy's like, okay, let's focus. We got to get you guys in. I'm like, he just took me out. Like, I was so upset because he literally just took me out. And so then we got back in, and then we were going away. It was scary. I will never do it again. It was so scary. I prayed, and I'm in one boat with some kids, and I'm watching my other kids ahead of me, and I'm thinking, Lord, can you make sure that we all get back? So it was me and all my boys. So it was 8 of us. And so then we're going, and it happens again. And he leans over, and I go, let go of me, like you're taking me down. I stuck my foot like underneath the rope. I'm literally leaning out like this and looking at him. I'm like, get off me. You already messed me up once. I was hanging on for dear life, and then the guy grabbed me and pulled me up, and I looked at my husband and I said, I really would like you to move. Like, instead of being across from me, could you go up one? Because you're taking your wife out and the mom of your children. Like, you're supposed to be protecting me. And it was so scary. And so then we got off, and before we got off, I think it was Robert, Gideon, Robert, Brendan, Josh were in the front one. Then me, Noah, my husband, and David were in the back one. And so then we get to a point where it's kind of like our stopping point, and I see the other raft going, and all of a sudden the whole thing tips over. And I'm thinking, we're all like Josh, because, you know, we really watch over Josh. I mean, just because he's like our miracle kid, and we're very like high alert when it comes to Josh. And immediately I'm like, Josh, and everybody's like, Josh, because he was on the end, and I seen him go down and under the boat, and I was like, Jesus. And then he pops up from the other side, and he's like, wow, and I'm like, he's like, wow, I did it, did you see that? I came back up, and we're all like me and my husband are like this, and my boys are like, oh, so they're all right away getting him into the boat, and I was like, it was the fastest, like, 30 seconds of my life, because there's rocks, right? Like, you're not just going down in just nice little water. There's rocks, and it dips and it turns, and you have really big dips, and if you don't stop, somebody else gets you. But he's just like, whoa, I did it, this is awesome. I'm like, you're getting out with Mom. And so then we stopped, and we had a choice. We could go on to the 4. Noah, did you guys go on to the 4, or did we do 1 and 2 and then 3 was the next? Or was it 1, 2, and 3 and y'all did the 4? Do you remember? I know it's not 5, because I think, isn't 5 like pretty bad? Hello? Noah! He's got his earbuds in. Noah Bell! Woo! Talking to myself. Anyway, so me and my husband and Josh decided we were done. So we got out, and my other boys continued, except the only thing is there was 4 in one boat and 4 in the other with a helper. So me and my husband got out, and Josh in the other one, which only left 3 people in one and 5 in the other. So you think you'd have balanced it out and brought another one over? So I guess after we left and they kept going, they flipped a couple times. I guess it was really scary. And so I just prayed the whole entire time, Lord, please bring my family back. And he did. Thank you, Jesus. It was fun, but I'll never do it again, like ever in my whole life. But that's the Alaska, whoo-wee, was that tough, let me tell you. So I have to tell you guys something about my tea. So turmeric and ginger are good for your belly and anti-inflammatory. A lemon is good for metabolism. Cinnamon is good for your heart. So I just learned this. Cloves are a natural sedative. So if you struggle at night sleeping, add 4 or 5 cloves to hot tea, and it makes you sleep. And I have to tell you, it makes you sleep. I slept so hard. Whenever I forget to do my cloves, I sleep, but I struggle. But whenever I do take my cloves, like I get the best sleep ever. But I do have to warn you, if you try the cloves, you will have a really weird dream. Everybody who has tried the cloves has had a really weird dream. So I just want to prepare you. It does help you sleep. You get a really nice sleep. It is very, I think that's why I'm so chill and relaxed. I was actually going to tell you another story, and I started telling another story, but I'll come back to it. They are a natural relaxer. They're a natural anti-stress. They just really help calm you down. And I'm telling you from experience, they work. I put cloves in my tea all day long, and there are things that have happened, like I told you earlier, that I should have blown up and got upset. And I'm just like, because the one instance I was telling you earlier, my husband looked at me, he's like, why are you downplaying what's going on? And I said, I'm not. I'm listening, and we're going to get through it, and God's going to take care of things. So it's really not, I can't do nothing about it. I just have to pray and be wise and be careful before I speak. And so I'm just really relaxed. I don't know. Do I feel different to you guys? Like, do I feel like I know I'm 20 pounds thinner. Can you tell I'm 20 pounds thinner? Look at my arms. I need to get in the gym and get my arms strong. But I'm really relaxed. I just been, like I said, praying, reading my Bible. I drink my tea all day. I barely do coffee anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do coffee sometimes, but I just have been really relaxed and just chill because I can't control everything. I gotta just trust God because I can't win everything. I can't control everything, and everything's not gonna go my way. I'm telling you guys, I've been doing a lot of reflection. I really think that this keto, how I eat, has really helped me emotionally. It's helped me be more stable. It's helped me feel better. It got rid of I was having some very serious digestive issues, like very serious. Went to the doctor, nobody can find anything. I don't know what was going on. I was really struggling health-wise, mentally, I was really struggling. And every doctor, you're fine. We did tests, you're fine. I'm like, well, I'm not fine. Something's wrong. You don't just have stomach pain all the time, no matter what you eat, whether it's good or healthy or whatever. And so I thought, okay, enough of this. I'm going to have to take matters in my own hands. I'm going to have to do my searching. My ginger, I eat so much ginger, like I put so much ginger in my tea that I don't even taste it anymore. My kids will be like, can I have a sip? They're like, I go, what? It's so spicy. It's so spicy. Well, it's not spicy to me because I'm just used to it. But it really has helped my stomach, my digestive system. Um, I don't, I'm not nauseous all the time. I'm not in pain all the time. And then doing the keto, getting rid of the sugars, the processed sugars, the breads. I do kind of like a keto to dirty keto, like I do blueberries, not so much blueberries, more blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, and then some blueberries. But for mostly, we eat like the green vegetables. We do have carrots and onions, which I know you can't on strict keto. Somebody had messaged me. They're like, I don't understand. You're doing dirty keto, and how come you're losing weight? I'm like, Ikes. I'm very thankful that I'm losing weight, but I've done a complete change of my foods. I don't eat breads. I don't eat pastas. Nothing boxed. We've been feeding that to all our kids. I mean, don't get me wrong, they have treats, and I'll make cookies here and there. And I haven't been doing like all the sweetbreads like I normally do. And I even have lots of recipes to make a keto creme brulee, a keto 7-layer bar, and keto cookies for my husband. Yeah, and oh, cinnamon is so good for you. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so the cloves. So if you do the cloves, you will sleep. I'm telling you, you will. Let's say you're going to go to bed at 9. I would start drinking the tea around 8:30, just kind of sipping on it. I have I don't know if you guys have seen the video where I made my whole tea drawer. I love it so much. But you'll have odd dreams. And I'll tell you mine. Gideon, I don't remember Gideon's. Gideon's was really weird. And this is how I know it wasn't just me, because Gideon didn't share anything with me. He started the clothes because I told him about the clothes because he struggles sleeping at night. My whole family does. My grandma didn't sleep at night. My sister doesn't sleep at night. My mom, they all have insomnia. I don't really have it. I think a lot of it's hormonal for me. So I did the clothes, and I kept dreaming that there was a little girl that kept coming in my bedroom staring at me at the end of the bed. It was really weird. And so I was dreaming this, and it actually woke me up because I swear that there was a little girl standing in my doorway, and she wasn't just a sweet little girl. She wasn't. And it scared me so much that I woke up and I was like, oh. And it was like probably 4:30 in the morning, and I'm like, okay, I'm up. I'm not going back to sleep. And so then I was telling Gideon about it. He goes, oh my goodness, Mom, I had a really weird dream too. And then he told me his dream. I don't remember what it was. And then a friend of mine tried it, and she had a weird dream. Now I don't keep. I'm not continuing to have weird dreams. It was just like that one time, but you do sleep really deep. And I'm not saying you're gonna have a weird dream, but I'm just saying that uh, that you might, but it does really help. You know, the screen is backwards. It is? I don't know what she's. Oh, you mean because of my? Yeah, I can't. I mean, because it's facing me. It's nothing I can do about it. Everything's gonna be reading upside down. But I'm not. Hopefully, you guys are helping each other because I'm not able to see the comments because I am blind. Even with my glasses, I am blind. But anyway, this is just my testimony. I'm not saying to go do it. I'm not saying it's gonna help you, but this helped me. My tea really does help me, and the cloves really do help relax me. I mean, it really does. I've been just looking for a lot of like more natural ways to do things instead of relying on medicines or things like that. Go for some blood work. Is that me? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Yes, they are. And you know what else is good for parasite cleanse? Pumpkin seeds and black walnuts. Now listen, I ordered some black walnuts because I was going to have them every night with the pumpkin seeds. They are so bad. I grabbed just a little one and I was like it was so bad. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, she asked about her energy. Okay. I sorry, I'm not keeping up, but I was going to tell you guys something. Okay, anyway. So, I have been working on who's on here? Okay, so for those of you who are on here and those of you who watch it later, I'm actually working on a couple books. So I have started my Mama Bella's Big Family Holidays. I'm going through each month. It's going to be seasonal. So you're going to have winter, spring, summer, fall. It's going to be seasonal. And then I'm going to go through every month of our traditions, the recipes, things we make that are special to that holiday, just stories about some of these holidays from the past. Because I really want to still do like the whole story thing and share things with you guys about different traditions, why they came about, just funny things and really cool holidays that we've had. Even when I was a kid, I think I'm going to share some stuff, and I'm going to ask my husband I'm going to ask him about different holidays when he was little. So I thought it'd be neat to kind of share traditions I had as a kid and traditions my husband had as a kid, and then things we did with our kids. So it's going to have special recipes for each that's specific for each month, like Valentine's Day, our New Year's Eve where we play the games. I'll have games listed, appetizers listed, food that we do during Thanksgiving, food that we do during Christmas, our different traditions, different themes I've done. So it's just going to be everything about our holidays. And it's going to have so many recipes for you guys to help you put on holidays, different themes I've done in Easter, different theme baskets I've done for my girls, because every summer I make them a summer basket or a summer bag, and I give it to them to start the summer. I do it every year for them. And so I'm going to share a lot of that with you guys. And some of the stuff isn't going to, you probably haven't seen it on, because I know my last cookbook, a lot of my recipes were on social media, but some of these, actually a majority of it, you're not going to see. You will see some of the recipes that everybody, green bean casserole, but I have like a homemade cream and mushroom soup you can do with it. So it's going to be very fun. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to have a lot in it. So I'm really excited about that. And also, I know, isn't that a great idea? And then also, I have already started my biography of my infertility journey, how I felt, what I went through, things we did to try and get pregnant. And then it's going to transition into adopting my son David and how that went and what the process was and how we felt, and then adopting Joshua through foster care. And so it's going to just start with me meeting my husband, things I dealt with before we were married, after we were married. And then it's going to go all the way through all my kids and how we brought them into our house and how we made our family. So it's taken a little bit to do, just because it's bringing up a lot of emotions for me, just think, you know, I just been really praying that God would bring things to me that he wants me to put into this book. And it's been very emotional, just reading, like, because it took me 8 years to have my son Gideon and all I went through, and the loneliness I felt, and nobody really understood. And I really do feel like I was by myself besides God. And I know I had my husband, but when you're struggling with stuff and you feel alone, even having people around you, you still feel alone. And so it really was, it was a lot for me. And I had a lot of heartache and struggles, and whew, it was quite the journey, getting to where I am today. And so I'm going to share that journey with you. I know I have to keep doing this because I can't see. So I'm going to share that journey with you guys. And I've been putting it together. And like I said, it's really hard. I've done some crying. I've done some laughing. I've had some happy moments with it. But I just feel like there's so many people out there struggling too. And they feel like they're alone. And I want them to know that they're not alone. And I want to share my experience that maybe can help other people who are struggling with, you know, maybe have endometriosis or infertility issues, or they adopted and maybe their kids are struggling, or they're struggling being accepted. I mean, it's going to be everything, just the infertility, the private adoption, the foster care, how we got our family to where we are today, what we went through to get here. It's just going to be, there's going to be so much in it. And I'm so, yeah, make sure to subscribe and like. So I'm really excited to share that book with you guys. It's going to be hard though. I'm putting a lot of stuff into it. I don't know what is going to actually stay in it. I'm going to have my husband read it too, just to see what he thinks. But, yeah, it's a hard one. You know, you think sharing your life and thinking of every little thing is easy, and it's really not. The baby horse. How's the baby horse? She's absolutely adorable. Her name is Sundown. Her nickname is Sunny, and she's absolutely beautiful. And then I know I shared with you guys Maverick a while ago. So he's at the farm. So we have Maverick and we have Sunny. And I think we're actually going to buy Maverick because we want to keep him here at the farm. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. So, yeah, I think we have 2 horses that are pregnant. We have 2 babies at the farm. We just brought over more horses because I think we're going to breed them with Wingman. So, man, we're going to have quite the Clydesdale farm over here. But they're so sweet, except it's so mucky. Like when you have a farm and it gets all wet and stuff, it's all mucky. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. We have just lots. It just never ends. Let me take a drink of my coffee. What are you growing in your garden? Oh gosh. So I live in the Upper Peninsula, and we actually can't break ground till June. So when the whole world is starting their garden in May, we actually can't break ground until the 2nd week in June because we still sometimes have frost in the ground. So our safe date is the 2nd week of June. Then we plant our garden. But I'm going to do potatoes and broccoli and cauliflower and carrots and green beans, tomatoes. I did peppers last year, onions, different squashes, corn. I would like to do more dehydrating. I like to get a whole herb garden. I want to plant a big herb garden. I think I might do that by the house. And I would like to dry my own herbs. I sun-dried tomatoes, and I dehydrated tomatoes, and I kept some to cook with when I made meals. They were so good. I'm really trying to be very self-efficient. I actually am going to be doing a complete remodel down here in my house. I'm going to be residing it. Well, not me. My son-in-law, I'm hiring him to reside my house, new windows. But so what you see, I'm going to just tell you guys really fast before I go. I'm going to be doing a whole revamp of my house. So the kitchen's going to stay where it is. This window is actually going to be taken out, and my whole back porch is going to be my food pantry because I'm so sick of walking downstairs and getting my food. I really would love that for storage. And I forget it's down there, and then food goes bad, and I'm really in this stage where I'm sick of the clutter, and I don't want to waste. Like, I don't want to waste anything. And so I'm grabbing things left and right because it drives me nuts, and I want to make sure everything gets used. And so my food pantry is going to come up. It's going to be over here, and I got a really cool idea. And so I'm just going to turn you guys. So over here, so there's my living room. And so what's going to happen is there we go. We're gonna take out that window and we're gonna have a walkway and we're gonna move our office over there. So in the sunroom, there's a slider and a big window. We're gonna take both those out. So the slider, you can walk into the food pantry from the dining room or the kitchen, and then we're gonna open it up so you can walk into the office. So me and my husband are gonna put my office over there, and then the office area, which is over here, there's my office area right there. So I'm actually going to move the front door and the window because when you come in my house, the stairs going upstairs are right there and there's no room to walk. So I'm gonna move a window that you can sit in over there. We're gonna put the entryway door where my husband's office is, and that's gonna become my entryway. I'm gonna build shelves and hooks so when people come in, they can, we won't be crowded. So that's gonna be my whole new entryway. I'm gonna move the door over. And then right here, sorry about the dirty dishes, right here is my porch. I'm actually going to, we're gonna close that in, and it's gonna be for all my appliances, my mixers, my dehydrators, my canners, like all my appliances are gonna be in that. It's gonna be its own room. And so then in this addition I'm gonna do, we're also gonna build a porch, a new porch. So you can go out to the side here and then go do the bonfire, or you can go to the backyard. So it's gonna be like a angled porch. So this is kind of what I'm doing because I really want to, I know we're gonna have a busier family. It's gonna be like big and stuff. And so I wanna be able to have the room to prepare meals for people maybe, or do a lot of food prep or stuff. So I have big plans on it and how I wanna utilize the area. My husband's here. You wanna say hi before I go? You wanna say hi? Come on, say hi, come here. He's a little shy. You gotta look right there.
Is she talking about the addition that she's not probably going to be able to do, but she will do it?
He gave me the idea. He literally gave me the idea. You gave me the idea.
I don't remember that.
You did.
Well, I'll be here for you.
Okay. He literally gave me the idea. He's like, why don't you just bring your food pantry up and put it up here? And so of course, with the bells, we do something, but then we make it even bigger. And he does that. Like he'll do an addition and I'll look out and it's like the whole size of the backyard. So anyway, I got plans. And he knows I got plans. But they're gonna be good plans. There's gonna be stuff we can utilize because I'm gonna have lots of grandkids. A lot of grandkids. And so I gotta be prepared. And I wanna make food for people and prep people. Maybe one day have a cooking show of my own. And I'll have that for my cooking show. Who knows? Who knows? The possibilities are endless. I don't know. They're like saying, hey, Papa Bell.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. Okay. All right. Well, it was nice chatting with you guys. I am going to try to go on live more. I know I didn't do anything today. It was just basically chatting. But I really have nothing to do. I have nothing to cook with you. I have nothing to bake with you. I have just nothing. I've just taken a down day and chilling. And I got to go get Joshua soon. He gets off of work, so.
Well, I told him I'd get him.
Oh, you did? You want a partner, or you just want to go by yourself?
You can come with me.
We've been doing lots of stuff together, me and my husband. We're like a team. Because our kids are moving out, and we only have each other. So now we have to depend on each other. Because before we focus on the kids, now we got to focus on each other. It really is a whole transition thing. Like, I don't know if I'm taking it very well. Like, I wish I was taking it better that my kids are all getting married and moving out. I'm not taking it very well. I look like I'm put together, but I'm not really put together, just let you know. I'm struggling. But that's okay, I'll get through it. There's going to be more new exciting things happening, and I'm looking forward to that too, you know. Okay, well, thanks for taking your hour and spending it with me. I appreciate it. And have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine. And let's see, today's Thursday. We'll see how the weekend goes. Maybe I can get on this weekend and we can chat. Maybe I'll try and find something unique that we can make together. You know, I know how to make macarons. I should make some macarons with you guys live. That might be a good idea. And Noah wants to make his Andy Mint cookies for you guys live. And he's on spring break next week. So I might have him do some baking. And we want to try Samoas, homemade Samoas. His Andy Mint cookies, I guess, were really, really good. So he wants to make those, and then we want to make the Samoas, and then me and Haley want to make some keto desserts. So maybe I'll wait to do that with you guys. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, thanks so much, you guys. Make sure to subscribe and like to our family page. And look at. Don't forget to order our cookbook. You're gonna love it. And I know it's all backwards. I'm so sorry, but there's not a way to not have it backwards. I don't think you can invert your camera when you're live because the screen's facing me. But yeah, thanks for your time. Okay. All right. See you later, alligators. In a while, crocodile.